So he decided to teach Pigeon to guide a missile, and he did. You can teach almost any animal, almost anything, if you can find a reinforcer.
Any other widespread or mythologized story about your father in his involvement project Pigeon? Could you tell us what's the true and what's the exaggerated things about it? What exactly was Frederick Skinner trying to design with Project Pigeon?
Well, that was his war effort, and he was lucky. He was too young for the First World War and too old for the Second World War, but he was teaching, and he was thinking about, what could you do to help? Well, at that point, nobody knew about radar, and they had planes that were trying to bomb the German ships, or even submarines that were coming up. And but the planes had to go pretty close to get the bombs accurate, and so they got shot down a lot. So he decided to teach Pigeon to guide a missile, and he did.
Wow.
Did a very good job of it. Very small steps that were done with four birds in a row each time, and the sequence of steps was very, very small, but the reinforcement was delivered automatically, and that was very important because one day he was waiting for a government word for the next step, and they had nothing to do. So they decided to teach the bird to knock a ping pong ball size ball around the box. And instead of setting up the apparatus to automatically operate, they used a hand switch. And so they shaped behavior, looking at it and so forth. My father was amazed. He never realized until that moment that you could do this out in the open. He thought you had to design equipment that would present the precise contingencies, the precise reinforcement at the exact moment needed. And it made a huge difference. It was really the beginning of behavior analysis right there. And the people that worked with him on that project started immediately working for the government, working for advertising and so forth. Bob Bailey.
That's still something that amazes to everyone nowadays. So I find it quite amazing.
You can teach almost any animal, almost anything, if you can find a reinforcer. Even cockroaches. Wow. Cockroaches don't like light, so you can dim light as a reinforcer.
Gracias por ver este vídeo, os dejamos por aquí un enlace a nuestra última formación y por aquí algunos vídeos que os pueden resultar de interés. Si estáis buscando ayuda psicológica, también podéis mirar en la descripción del vídeo donde encontraréis nuestra web y podréis solicitar asistencia terapéutica de un profesional confiable y que os ofrecerá ayuda psicológica basada en evidencia científica.